Hey Joe, you there?
I'm here.
All right.
What up, everybody? This is Pondering Fellows. I'm Joe.
I'm Eli.
And today we are pondering that sweet,
Pondering
sweet Mary Jane, that wacky weed. Trying to
pondering
think of,
potheads.
I'm trying to I'm trying to think of other names for it. And I guess the pot got my head. And also I'm not stoned right now. We're just totally joking. Um anyway, we're talking about Mary Jane, weed, cannabis. from
Mary Jane.
from our personal experience, nothing that we are saying is medical advice, nor does it have any medical background or whatever. This is literally just our experiences and our thoughts. So don't come at us with blah, whatever. Google. Anyway, so we're gonna pull an oracle card as well from the Keeper of the Light to see what what comes out. What comes out for the
Seven.
the episode of the herb.
Seven.
Number 7. Number 7, Ganesh. Ganesh, Lord Ganesha. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing.
She got
Infinite
that flower.
abundance, right? Look at that beautiful flower. So, who knows? Maybe if you don't smoke the grass, more abundance flows your way. Maybe if you do smoke the grass, more abundance flows your way. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on this?
So I feel like smoking is a neutralizer, right? It brings you back to zero. So if you're smoking and you're depressed, angry, sad, unhappy about something, right? When you smoke, it uplifts your spirit, right? It doesn't make you all. It just brings you to zero. It brings you back to neutral, and then it's up to you to be negative Nancy or positive Joe. So, and also, I mean, that could be beneficial, right? Who the hell wants to be negative all day? So you go smoke a blunt and then or a bowl or whatever you smoke, and you come back and you are just you're cool, you're high, chilling,
Right.
right?
You're masking whatever it was that may have made you depressed, right?
Right.
That's
It
all,
just
right?
it's
You're
an
just you're,
you're
you're
masking
covering
it,
you're covering
right?
it up, right? You're avoiding, right? And I mean, we can talk about that with chocolate cake, coffee, beer, anything, right? That's why, guess what I'm gonna say? Can you guess what I'm gonna say? Balance.
Oh my goodness.
Balance is key, right? If you can find that balance. So you're not just using it as the pick me up or the bring me down. Because you're right. And the interesting thing about that neutral point, that balance, bringing it all the way back to the chakras and our root chakra, it helps keep us grounded, right? It grows from the earth, right? It's a plant,
Right,
right?
right.
So as we ingest that, it's actually, it's going to help you feel a little more grounded. Sure, your head might be out in outer space, but it's going to kind of bring you to this also space of,
Right.
uh, uh, uh,
Relaxation.
right, or sleep, or maybe depending on how it works and affects you, some creativity.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the balance is the key, right? To make sure that we're not masking. So
Right.
you've recently taken a hiatus. What
Yes.
what was the I would love to talk about that. I took a really long hiatus in 2019 and share your story so far. I would then love to share mine.
So after I was watching and pondering, right, I
Mhm.
I thought about it, and I'm really an uplifting person. I'm a high vibration, high energy, right? I'm always trying to make everyone around me happy or smile or just energetic. And I'm not really depressed. I'm not really sad. I'm not I'm just not. So smoking, I felt like for me was just a waste of time.
So can I jump in right there real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said you weren't feeling sad or depressed or really anything. You were just smoking.
Right.
How do you know maybe you were sad and depressed and that's why you were smoking?
I know me.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
not high all
you?
the time,
Do
you
you
know. I
really?
smoke that good shit. Nah, I'm not high all the time. I'm not high all the time. So when I wasn't high, I would be fine. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was pissed or mad or sad, it's like, yo, fuck that. I'm rolling a blunt. But
Uh-huh.
when, what is this? It was a couple of months ago, right? And it was just like, you know, fuck it. You don't need to smoke. You don't need to. You're trying to do a lot of positive shit in your life. Um, and you don't need to smoke and come down to a neutral level, right? And I also found that when I would go places, I'd be at a party or an event and I'd go smoke for no reason. I'm just going to smoke, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, you're at a
And
party.
right. But I felt like that was just abusing it. Like I do a lot of reading now that I always say this,
Uh-huh.
but I read this thing. It was like a Chinese quote and or how to use marijuana, as a matter of fact. And it was saying how you're supposed to make tea bags out of it, drink it. And I
Interesting.
was like, interesting, right? Instead of smoking it, you're supposed to make tea out of it and drink it, and it'll last longer and you'll get the full effects and all of that. And I didn't get a chance to try that, but um I thought that was cool. But as I'm reading, going back to what I was saying, if you're a high vibrational person and you just are a positive person and you're smoking, it's bringing you down to a neutral level. Why would you ever want to come down? I, uh, excuse me. I don't want to come down. I personally don't want to come down. I want to be up here all the damn time.
Right. But
So
sometimes, right, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Sometimes, right, when we're on this journey, right, and we're here at level 1, and then all of a sudden something happens, we have this realization, we jump up to like level 8, and you're like, what the F is going on? Sometimes, right, we need to kind of ground down a
Balance
little
out, chill
more,
out.
right? Yeah. So again,
See,
the
I think
balance and using it as an actual medicine, right? Not
right,
as a mask. Go on. All
right.
right. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you're 100% right, and I'm glad you said that because I feel like that's what happened to me. Um, Going back to that smacked me in my head,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like a wake up call for me. It was like, no, I like that. I like that rush of energy, and how I went from 0 to 100. I liked that, and for me, it was just like, dude, you don't need this shit. And literally the next day, didn't smoke anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever I had, I gave it to my neighbor, and that's it. Kept it moving. So I have a lot of energy, right? Not sitting now. Don't get me wrong. When I was in middle school and I'd smoke, I was like Kobe Bryant out there on a basketball court. Not saying it doesn't give you energy,
Well, right. Again, it
but
all depends on the situation and the
but
kind, right? Like,
right. But right now, I was definitely a lazy fuck, right? It
mhm.
definitely makes you lazy. And that's like my number one sin. I hate laziness. I hate it. I hate seeing it. I hate when I'm lazy. Now, if I had worked a bunch of days in a row and I'm helping my buddy build something or cut the grass or whatever, and then I want to be lazy, that's fine. I did my fair share of work. But when I'm not doing nothing, I didn't do nothing positive all damn day. It's like now I'm just being lazy and I hate laziness. I just don't like it. And I guess because of that, it was just like a wake up call. Like, Eli, you don't need this right now. Like, you're trying to buy a house, you're trying to better your future, you're trying to do this podcast. You're smoking's just clouding your mind. It's bringing you down to a relaxed level, and you are the best relaxer in the world. We don't need that right now. You could relax without it.
You're a professional relaxer.
Yes.
So since
I'm a
you
relaxing connoisseur.
yes, yes.
Go ahead.
So since you've been relaxing on the marijuana, Tell me about your dreams. How have your dreams been?
Oh my God. So since I quit, um, by the way, you don't dream when you smoke. I don't know if you do.
Nope, you don't.
You don't,
I mean, you
right?
might have those little ones, like if you
Little
wake up,
skips.
go to pee, come back, and then like as soon as you
You
go to bed, your
you
alarm
get a
goes off
little
or you have to
skip.
get up. Yeah, you get like a 30-second dream, but
Bro,
you ain't
I'm
having.
full-fledged. I'm in movies. I'm full-fledged in shit. Go right, go right. Yo, shoot that. Like I'm fully in. I'm sleeping. I'm drooling all over my pillow. I'm out. I'm out, dude. And don't wake me because I'm chilling wherever I'm at. I'm vibing. Now, don't get me wrong. I get into some scary shit.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, yo, you need to wake up. I'm start pinching myself. Like, dude, I try to do some yo, but it's honestly like playing a real life video game. It's awesome. It's awesome.
And I wonder if because, and I think we still dream, we just don't remember the dreams.
I don't know,
I
dude.
mean,
It's
again,
pitch
I don't,
black for me. Yeah, it's just
I
pitch
don't,
black, dude.
I don't,
It's
I'm not really sure, but the dreams do pick up when you
oh my
stop.
God.
So the thought is like, is it like, do we have this buffer, right? Have we created this buffer of stored dreams, right? And now
And
it's
they
like, all
come
right,
back
here you
crazy.
go.
Yeah, plop this on you. This is what you missed.
Yeah, because my
Then
dreams, I would tell my friends, I was like, I feel like I'm like every night I'm going to some like night school. And I would be in like there were a lot of dreams, and this might sound crazy, but I don't care. Like where I'd be sitting in a classroom, right? And a group of wizards would just walk in, like wizards. And it just like we're learning stuff. And I'm like, what? This is some crazy
bro,
shit.
you want to hear a crazy dream? The other night, all right, so I'm a tattoo guy. I love tattoos. I'm getting a bunch of tattoos, and I was thinking about now this is crazy, but I'm crazy. I want to get Malcolm X on my leg, but I want to get Hitler with him or next to him. I know it's nuts, but the tattoo looks sick. You should see it. And I had a dream about it. And I'm just like, I'm in it. I'm just chilling like a fly on the wall, right? And these two are talking. And then out of nowhere, Princess Diana walks in. And I'm like, what? So now I'm adding her to my tattoo too.
Interesting. Interesting.
Fire.
I
It
mean,
was the best dream I had.
might
I wish
try
I
to
could remember.
steer
Can you
you
imagine
away
that
from getting
conversation?
putting Hitler on your leg, but that's just me.
Yo, can you imagine that conversation though? With them three in a room?
No.
I can't remember what was said though. It pisses me off.
All right, but it's there. It's in you. Because like I would wake up, I'm like, I don't know what they said or what they did, but like I was like, I remember sitting in like that little elementary school desk.
Dude, I was there.
And just like, yeah. So
you know what though? I have a you know how they say what is it, the multiverse, or where it's like you could be in multiple different realities. And when you dream or have a deja vu, it's like you connected with that one reality.
uh-huh.
Bro, I had this one dream and I woke up and I'm like, that Eli got it fucked up. I feel bad for him. I hope that ain't true. These metaverses or multiverses, because he's fucked, man. And I tried so hard, but I had to wake up. Oh man.
So can I share my story?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I have so many.
No. I just want to make sure that
I just dream
that,
now, dude.
So, but before we jump to me, you're feeling better, not smoking. You've got more
Right.
energy.
Oh
You're
my
sleeping
God,
better. The dreams
like a
are
baby.
better.
Mm-hmm.
So overall,
All
it's
positive
it's
things.
been all positive. And for everyone that says marijuana is addictive, no shakes, no tremors, right? No sickness,
No.
none of that, right? Just
I've had a better, it literally, dude, no one smokes more than me. Okay. For the people that think they smoke. And I quit
all right,
overnight.
dog.
I quit overnight and my life has been abundant ever since.
Mm-hmm.
I've met people I would have never met because I probably would have wanted to go smoke. I got to have conversations with people that I probably would have never had because I would have wanted to go smoke. You know what I mean? And you might think, oh, yo, it's a good time. We're having a party. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to this. So you're at a party, you're smoking, you're having a good time. And you think to yourself, I'm going to go smoke, right? So you go smoke, then you come back, and you were at a high energy, high vibration, having fun. You smoke, you come back, and you're like, what happened to the party? Why is it dead? What happened to it? Well, you, dickhead. You ruined it. You had to go leave and toke for no reason.
Right.
Go ahead.
So again, balance, right? Balance, time and a place. So in 2019, I was feeling like I need a break. And I was watching a lot of Jay Shetty. Are you familiar with Jay Shetty?
No.
I'm going to share my screen so you can see Jay Shetty's eyes. And I'm watching this dude, right? And I'm like, I want my eyes to be as clear as him. Like they're just so let me share my screen so you can
The clearest eyes I've seen is the picture that your buddy drew for Mem of Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it tattooed on my arm. I don't know if I ever showed you that.
I think I saw it. All right, here we are. Let's go to. All right, look at this. You see this?
Oh yeah, like crystal water.
Crystal, right? So intense.
Yeah.
And I'm
like, they very clear. Yeah.
Like
it looks like he just got done crying.
Right, but they're just
like that. Yeah.
Point. And
who is this guy? What does he do?
Jay Shetty. He used to be a monk. He's a coach. He's just a great man. He wrote a book.
I want to do that so bad.
How to be. Oh, there we go. Stop sharing. I used something about being a monk. How to think like a monk, live like a monk. Makes a lot of really great content. Has a great podcast. I'll share it. I'll put it in the show notes. Check him out, everybody. So anyway, like that was my intention. Like I just wanted to be clear, right? I wanted my eyes to be clear. I wanted to be clear. That was it. But it was the end of, I don't know what. No, it was summer of 2019. Like there was this little voice inside telling me it's time to get clear. Don't know why. It's time to get clear. And I just quit, right? Like it's like, all right, when I'm done with this, I'm done. I'm not going to smoke. And I quit. Dreams started kicking in, started this crazy intense meditation practice, like super intense. And then every night I'd go to bed and I'd go into this like alien school where these wizards would show up. And then one night there was a full moon happening. And I remember saying to a friend of mine, I'm like, let's go in the woods by my house for the full moon. Like we'll go do a meditation in the woods. And the night before the full moon, I had this dream and all of the wizards showed up. We were on the trail and they walked across the trail and the one had a big staff and put his staff down. And all he said was, don't go in the woods. And I'm like, okay. So I called my friend. I woke up the next morning. I called my friend. I'm like, we're not going in the woods tonight.
Right.
We were like, why? I'm like, because the wizards said, don't go in the woods.
So right.
I'm like, I don't know who they are, but they said, don't go in the woods. So then I got, super clear. And it was like all of this, I feel was preparing me for everything that was happening in 2020. And then New Year's Eve of 2020, I had a hero's dose of mushrooms.
Yeah, you didn't get to tell me about this.
Completely sober. And that was such a magical experience because I've never done mushrooms before sober or with intention. Like every other time in my 20s, it was at a party, drunk. Oh, I've got mushrooms. Or hey, let's
eat those.
Let's bring 8 kegs and eat all of the mushrooms. You know what I mean? So it was always a party.
You were a freak.
Not not intentional. So on this New Year's Eve, I was like, I'm gonna hang out by myself. I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna eat these mushrooms, and I'm going to see what I need to know. So
I see, before you go on, I seen this post. I love this. And it's an old wizard guy, actually. And it says, you need to be young and stupid before you become old and wise.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a great time in my youth, right? Just doing that. And there are little pieces of, the stuff that comes through, but not like this. So I meditated. I was keeping a journal of the time of like when everything was happening. So I knew like could kind of keep track. And I'm doing this meditation, and Mam was in the hospital on New Year's Eve that night. And I didn't know she was going in the hospital. She went in the hospital. She's called or sent a text or something. And so I sit down and I have that in the back of my mind that Mam's in the hospital. And I'm journaling, I'm meditating. I finish my meditation, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this thing, right? I don't know what it is, but it looks so beautiful, and I instantly just start crying. And I'm just getting a glimpse of it. My eyes are closed the whole time, right? Like this is all just the psychedelic happening. And when I finally turn my head to look, there's this, what I've been calling a higher dimensional octopus. Like it was the most beautiful thing, and it ate me. And as soon as it ate me, I experienced Mam's death. I experienced my mom's death. My mom is still alive, but I experienced as if she died. And I literally felt my whole body crumble to the floor.
Right.
And as soon as I crumbled to the floor, this higher dimensional octopus just like swooped me up in all of its arms. It was like, it's totally okay. This is unconditional love. And that's where we go. It's where we come from, and it's where we go. So it doesn't matter if she dies, if you die, we all come back to this pure space of unconditional love. And it was just like, oh my God. Wow. Like it was the most beautiful experience I ever had.
Crazy.
I looked down at my phone, right? I grabbed my phone and I
only
say,
1 minute went by.
Text, no, 30 minutes. Literally. I thought it was like 18 hours. I got my phone and I'm like, text, ma'am, are you okay? Happy New Year. And then I just sit and I'm staring at my phone, waiting for her to text back, because I'm like, did that really just happen? And then she texts back, everything is good. Hap just left. I'm talking to the nurse about Jesus and the Bible, and I truly think I'm supposed to be here. And I was like, all right. And from that moment on, the night just went into the most magical place with more wizards and things like that. But it was like
Hogwarts wizards.
Yeah, the clarity.
That's what I'm picturing.
Created this thing, right? Because if I was smoking, I wouldn't have had that same experience. And it was so clear, and it literally life-changing. Like so life-changing that I then sat down with my mom and dad and told them that story. Because I was like, I want to share this with them. Like I don't want them to think this is one of the most beautiful experiences that I've had in my life. I want to tell them about it. I don't want to not tell them because they're going to think it's a drug. Whatever. I want to share with them the most beautiful thing that I've experienced. Right. So, but I think that experience happened because I was able to say, all right, grass, you're going to go over there. I don't need you. Right.
Copy.
And then later, right, in 2020, I started bringing it back, but more on a responsible
medicated
level, right? Like being intentional with it. So instead of just like, I'm going to just smoke to get stoned. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely still times, because I'm human like everybody, right? That I just want to hide from shit, right?
Yeah.
And I don't drink. I don't eat shit anymore. So it's like, that's my cup of coffee in the morning, and sometimes a bowl later in the night. Balance, though. Balance. Don't have to be Willie Nelson or Snoop Dogg, right?
Or Eli.
Yeah, but I think you'll if you ever come back, I
have my card
so much.
Right? I got my card, and I could smoke all I want. It's just I like I said, being lazy. You don't want to be
neutralized.
Yeah, and I love all this energy, and not like, dude, I don't speak from my brain. Like I'm not thinking about any of this when I'm talking to you. It's just all coming from the heart. And even when I talk to most people, like I got a bunch of theories, right? And we could have more podcasts about them, but it just I don't think about it. It just comes from my heart, and then I think about it. When I put it down on paper, then I use my brain, then I use my supercomputer. But besides that, I'll use my heart for everything now. The vibrations and feeling. And I just, now when someone walks in the room, and I used to feel their vibration before when I was smoke, and it'd be like, I don't fucking like him, fuck him. And now it's like, I don't fucking like him, but how do I fix that? Like I want us to be on the same page. I want us to be cool. How do I help that man or woman? How do I help them?
Right. So you ready for this? When that person walks in the room and you're just like, oh, I don't like them. Explore what you recognize in yourself in them.
Right.
Right. Because usually when that happens, there's something that we're seeing of ourselves that we don't like in that person.
Well, most of the time, it's usually somebody that's like a Karen.
Ah,
And I feel bad for anybody named Karen because that sucks. But um, they're just bitches, dude. Right? Dudes and guys, mostly dudes, and they just come in and complain and they're yapping and just hate life and they're so negative. I was negative today. My girlfriend had to she uh she had to talk me out of it, but um she's like, let that shit go. And I thought about it. She's like, toot that shit away. I'm like, yo, you're such an idiot.
hmm.
But yeah, it's like, all right, Karen, you don't like, for example, I drive fast, right? So it's like, oh, you don't like how I drive, but you probably wish you could drive like that, right? Or that's a stupid example, but most of the time it's just because you're having a party, right? And Karen next door calls the cops, or Karen is bitching next door, or whatever the case may be. And more or less,
I'm sorry, Karen.
She's just mad she's not invited. Like, you want to next time, you want to come over? You want to invite? Like, that's why you're upset. You're not upset that I'm having a party. You're
Well,
upset that
usually,
you're
yeah,
not
they're
at it.
they're the thing, right? We get upset with other people that are doing shit that we want to do. So instead of celebrating and uplifting them,
Oh my god!
we
Right.
we we want to drag them down, right?
I know
And
we're getting off subject. We're getting off subject, but
we
yeah, you're
are, we
100%
are.
right. You're 100% right, dude. I used to say to myself all the time, how the hell is this kid going on vacation? Right? I work my ass off, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't go on a vacation. How the hell is this guy going on vacation? I would be pissed about it. But then it's like, bro, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you save.
Right. And if he can do it, you can do it.
Right. And now I
Right.
save everything I can. Got me fucked up.
So there's a little, quick offshoot there, but hopefully a little nugget of gold for everyone, right? Like when you find someone annoying you or someone doing what you want to do, right? Celebrate them. I love seeing other coaches, right, that are kicking ass, because if they're kicking
winners
ass, I can kick ass too, right? Like,
winners like to see winners win, man.
exactly. One of my best friends is one of the best photographers on the planet. Right? I'm not going to not be his friend because he's a photographer and we both shoot yogis, right?
Yeah,
Like I'm so thankful to have a friend that is that good
right.
instead of being like, oh shit, right? So big shout out to Robert Sturman. Go check him out. He's the best. Anyway, that's a little bit of marijuana, a little bit of thinking positive and uplifting the people that annoy the hell out of us. And
Stop
for every
stop smoking just to smoke though.
yeah, there
That's
you go.
that's what I'm really
Intentional.
getting at, dude. Like, have a reason why you're doing it, or put the money back in your pocket.
Well, be intentional with it and treat it
Yeah,
like the medicine that it is. And I mean,
right,
there are things I need to hear, you need to hear, everybody needs to hear. We're not preaching at
right,
you. This is all shit that we also need to hear, right? And same with everything, right? Same with chocolate cake, right? Balance. Do what is right for you, right? Maybe you don't want to smoke ever. Maybe somebody just wants 2 puffs at the end of the night, right? And that works for them. Just like the person
right,
that just
right,
has
right,
a glass of wine, you know?
right. I guess
Maybe,
I'm just being so negative about it because it has positively changed my life stopping. So it's
well,
like,
well, right. And when things affect us that way, we want to instantly become
yeah,
evangelize everybody on it. But that doesn't
yeah.
work, right? Like that doesn't
No,
work.
it don't.
That's really all we can just be the example and just be like, look at me, dude. I'm happy as shit and I'm being super productive. Maybe that inspires you. Maybe it doesn't.
Right. Let's pick 2 cards, 4 and 20.
4 and 20, he says. All right. 4 and 20. All right, 4 and 20. El Mahor, awakening presence. Awakening presence. The universe the universe is within you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. The universe is within you. Wear that cloak of protection and love. And our good friend hasn't made an appearance since I think our first episode. Saint Germain is back in the house. Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond the drama, create your own path, make room for good energy.
I did. I did.
Yeah, there you go. You made room for the energy
I
that you
needed
needed.
more energy, man. I needed to have the dreams. Something was probably like, Elijah, you need to stop right now, dude. We got shit to handle.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happens. And I think that's another beautiful thing with the weed, because it is a plant. It has a connection to everything. I think that's why the mushrooms are so powerful. It is part of what we are. It is part of our home. There's power in it. It's how are we going to use our tool, right? How are you using your tool?
Yeah, I just read an article about how they're looking into making them legal as well for medical reasons only.
Yep. It's good for us. We should all do it. Every politician should have to take some psychedelic before they're elected to office. Well, that's just my opinion.
They probably all have.
Probably not. Definitely not.
No, you don't think so?
No. I don't think there's any way you can have that kind of experience and still be the way most of these politicians
Right.
are.
No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
All right, we're going to end it there, or we'll just keep going. Thanks for being here, everybody.